Hi guys, so for today's video I'm going to be making an acorn box out of this Bakoti that is 2 inches square and 6 inches long. So now I'm going to cut it off on the bandsaw. Alright, I'm using this handy little gadget here for finding the center on my piece of wood. So I know it's 2 inches, so I'll simply just go to one inch. And then I'll tighten up this little knob on the back. You see, this knob? And you can tighten this one up too, but for this it's not necessary. What I'm doing here. So now that it's at 2 inches, I'll take it, run it across, and then I'll turn it one, turn another side, and again on all 4 sides. So, well, you can't really see it on that, I don't think. Maybe you can, because that doesn't have anything on it. Well, this one's got some wax. I'll show you it on this one better once I get this writing off. Alright. Mark. 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 And mark. So I think there you can see. I just got that little X, and then I see my spot there. So I'll just simply come over here. And then I'll take this little thing or some utensil to put a small hole in here. And then I'll lightly tap it with some sort of mallet or heavy object. So now I got my little divot that I'll put a spur or live center in. And I'll do the same on this side. And it's not a spore center, so it's a spur center. So there's my other dot. So now I'll move over here. I think this is really satisfying before you get stuff real tight, when it's just barely in between centers. And before the thing is turned on, you can just give it a spin, and it just spins for a real long time, and it's just super smooth and fun. But just thought I'd show you that. So now I'll just tighten it up. Real nice and tight. I'll make this a little better in here. Make sure it's not going to hit. Give it a couple spins. Now I'll just grab the bolt or the spindle roughing gown. Round it up. As you can see, I'm going to take the parting tool and cut down some here. And I just used it over here to make this little thing that will fit in the truck. So now I'm going to do the same thing over here. So I just sort of rock it back and forth. Or you can go in one place, go in the other. It's not too particular. It's how you neck it down. Just as long as you get it necked down from 2 inches when you got this small of a truck. If you want, you could change your truck jaws too. But I make other stuff that's usually fits in this truck, so I just put it in between centers and neck it down. So now I make it sort of at an angle like this, so that it'll make a dovetail in the truck, so that it won't fly out. So I just keep doing this. But that wouldn't be fun if it flew out. So I'll just cut it off right here. That's making quite a sound. So now I got it down that small, I could just take it off and cut it off on the bandsaw. But that takes time. So you can just not do that. Run the tool and have your other hand run the tool, and then when it pops off, turn it off. So now I got my lid and the bottom part of it. So you always want to put the lid in first and do it so that you can put it on and make sure that you got the thing the right size. I'll take this out. Well, I've got some bad news. The camera died, but I just smoothed this up, and then like you could do that with a bowl gouge or spindle gouge, and just take it and ride the bevel and carry it across there, up into that, to take that off, smooth it out to your finished desired smoothness. Another way you could do it is take the skew and come up and just like scrape, but my tool post is a little too low right now for trying to do that way up here, but you just want to get this face, this finished thing that you'd like, and then I just take the skew and do a little scraping cut and go in here, something like that. Just do that, start rounding my cap. So I'll move on to the next part. So now I'll just commence on doing it. Slicing it off. This isn't the finish that I'm gonna have on the little stem though. Like you can make it however long. On this one it's probably a little over a ½ inch or so. But the fun part is when you make the bottom of it, you can put it on and turn it some more, so then I'll finish up this. But I really like Bacote. It's pretty fun stuff. So before I even dish it out any, just so I know how deep to dish it, I'll take the skew, or you could even just use the square scraper again. And I'll take off maybe 1/4 inch to start with, so that if I get it too thin, I can just slice that off, rather than have to slice off a whole lot. Look, wood shavings in the mouth don't taste the greatest. Now that I got it like that, I'm just going to grab my lid, hold it up to it, see how much more I need to go. And commence to it again. So now I just want to take off a little bit, and then put my little bevel so that I can, just so it goes on a little easier. I did that on the lid too. Oops, got it too small. You got a little greedy there, you never want to do that. So now since I know I've sort of got to go close to that, I'll just go right there. And I'll take something to try the snow scraper. Buzz that off. Oh, yeah, I think I like the skew more. I think I just got that too small. Yeah, well, that's a bummer, but I had plenty of wood, so it's all right. You take little bits at a time. Oops. Then get it close. Try it. So I'm really close now. Take off not that much to match it. I'll do a little more. Just take off a slight amount. Put my little bevel, or the little bevel. Try it. Still need to take off a little bit, a couple thousandths. On this one, you want to go straight in too, so that you don't make anything all crazy like. So I just take off a tad. So a nice thing about oiling it is you get it nice, and so now when I take this off, there'll be some oil that I'll know where to take it off when I spin it. But it's always fun to be able to get your stuff off too. So for this, I could just take the wax and tap it so I don't mar it up. To get it off. So there we go. There's a nice little ring. So I know right where I need to take off. So I'll just switch to a little skew right now. Take off a tad, just a tad. And then I'll try it again. Depends what you like. If you like it tight, then make it tight. Tight is good when you want to do a little bit on the lid. But some people like loose too. So this one's sort of tight, and then it gets loose, and then it gets tight. So I don't think I've made a lid like that. Usually it's tight first, or it's tight last, or something. But this one, I think, is fine. I don't think I need to take off any more material for that. So now I'm just gonna flip around, drill out that. So. Alright, so here's the finished Acorn box. I like to keep the tip sharp so that you can spin it like a top too. But it's it's nice because I like them when they click when you put them on. So this one goes, it clicks like twice or something, or just once, but I like it. I'm glad with how it turned out in the end. I guess it literally turned. There we go.